The following is a presentation of 92 WICB Ithaca and the Bombers Radio Network. Today, it's a battle of two top 10 teams in D3 men's lacrosse. Number 10 Ithaca and number 4 RIT. The Bombers enter today with an overall mark of 10-2 and riding a two-game win streak. Ithaca is led offensively by senior Jack Shumway, who has an Empire 8 leading 39 goals on the season. Right behind him is junior Jake Cotton, who ranks second in the E8 in assists with 32. The fourth-ranked Tigers enter today on a 5-game win streak, a streak that includes wins over two top 5 teams. RIT looks to senior captain Ryan Lee for much of their offensive production. The New Market, Ontario native has 30 goals on the season to go along with 24 assists. Last time these two teams met, the Bombers stole a win in Rochester. Will Ithaca pull off their signature win of the season, or will the Tigers claw their way to victory? We're about to find out. We now send it out to Higgins Stadium, where Danny Doherty and Ben Carlton have the call. It's D3 men's lacrosse, and it starts now, right here on 92 WICB Ithaca and the Bombers Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to Higgins Stadium. That was the national anthem. Today, we've got a top 10 lacrosse matchup. Ithaca Bombers are ranked 10th in the nation. The RIT Tigers are ranked 4th. This rivalry dates back all the way to 1967, which is when the Ithaca Bombers made a lacrosse team. And so far, it's a 30-22 record for Ithaca against RIT. Recently, though, it's been all RIT. Last year's 18-16 win for Ithaca over RIT snapped an 8-game losing streak against the Tigers for the Bombers. And after this year, this matchup is going to mean a lot more. I'm Dan Doherty alongside Ben. Ben, tell us more about that.
Well, like you were saying, with Ithaca College moving to the Liberty League, which is the conference that RIT plays in right now, these games are going to take on a whole more meaning. This is already an important game because of the rankings. Ithaca is number 10, RIT is number 4. But when this is a conference matchup looking for that valuable game up on your opponent, we could very well see these two teams playing for a handful of Liberty League championships in the coming years.
And they both have the same record at 10-2. What separates RIT from Ithaca? What makes them 6 spots higher in the national rankings?
Well, like you said, the same record, but RIT has been 6-1 against ranked opponents this year. They've beaten teams such as Ohio Wesleyan, who was 13 at the time. They beat RPI 14-9. RPI was 15th. They beat number 6 Cortland, one of Ithaca's rivals, 15-9. Their one loss was to number 11 Dickinson. That was 10-9 in overtime.
And you mentioned the RIT Tigers beat Cortland. Cortland is one of the 2 losses on Ithaca's record. That was a heartbreaker in overtime, but they've recovered since then. 2 straight wins for the Ithaca Bombers, and they are hot coming in. Who's your player to watch on the Ithaca Bombers roster?
I've got to go with number 22. He's an attack man for Ithaca, John Janiskevich. He's got 4 hat tricks in his last 5 games. We know the offense is led by Jack Shumway and Jake Cotton, but Janiskevich has really been finding the back of the net with some consistency lately.
And on the other side, RIT Tigers, they've got some great players. Who you see on their roster?
Well, I want to go with one player, but I feel like given the nature of Chad Levick and Ryan Lee's relationship, I have to go with the 2 of them. They've known each other since they were 4. They met in 1997. They've been friends longer since I've been alive.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff. And Levick leads the team in goals with 32. Ryan Lee leads the team in assists and points with 24 and 54. And it looks like the Bombers and Tigers have taken the field, and Grant Osachi will take on Stephen Ricci in the face-off X. And the players are down.
You know, it's a good crowd here today for this top 10 matchup.
Very sunny as well on Ithaca South Hill.
And speaking of the crowd before we get going, Ithaca hasn't lost at Higgins Stadium since February of 2015.
And the face-off, a violation was called, and it's going to be RIT's ball. And here we go. Alex Sovakul starts it off. He passes it off to Ricci. Ricci goes back. Now it's to Jay Vackener. There's Chad Levick. Levick is on the right side of the net. He rolls around, gets it into Jay Vackener, passes it left. Now it goes inside. Back out to Ryan Lee, and he scores right away over Jack Daragon. It is 1-0 RIT, 30 seconds into the game.
Yeah, that's a really big start for RIT. Obviously, you want to get the first goal, but coming to a place where Ithaca hasn't lost in 2 years, like we were saying before, you get the first goal 30 seconds in. It's Ryan Lee, one of the two players I highlighted earlier.
Yep.
You want to get off to that quick start.
Ryan Lee, that's his 31st goal of the year. And Ithaca, 21 straight wins at Higgins Stadium. Not the best start today against number 4 RIT.
Lots of time left, though, obviously.
Oh, plenty of time. We're only 30 seconds into this one. Osachi and Ricci lined up again in the X. Whistle is blown, and Ricci wins the faceoff. They get a quick jump here. Passes left to Lee. Lee shoots off the post.
Off the pipe.
And it's picked up by Ithaca. Now Winston Wenham driving up the right wing. Gets past midfield, turns. Hands it off to Stephen Morrell. Morrell to the middle. Now it's Stephen Landsberg. Now Jake Cotton. And now it's back up top.
Almost
to
threw
Stephen
that one
Morrell.
away there.
Ithaca resets, and now it's Kalen Fitzpatrick who drives the shot off, and it's rebounded by the RIT Tigers, and they're quickly turning down the field. And a huge shot
Absolutely
from J.T. Hall.
Ripped that one.
The
Wow.
long stick midi from straight away. Didn't really get inside the scoring area, but wow, he whipped one.
I wasn't stopping him there. That's 2 straight possessions for RIT, where they just went straight down the middle of the field against Ithaca.
Yep.
Not a lot of defensive pressure against them.
J.D. Hall, that's his 11th goal of the season. Long stick midi, got it over everyone, including Jack Daragon.
Really picked a spot there, going top right into the cage.
13:42 left in the first quarter. RIT leads 2-0. Let's see if Osachi can win a faceoff. He's normally very good on the X, but today he's lost both faceoffs.
You're normally at 59%.
Stephen Ricci's opponent, 61% from the X. And again, looks like RIT's going to win the faceoff. Ground ball picked up, and he's getting whipped around, and Ithaca's going to cause a turnover here, and now they're in the offensive zone. Shumway. And now it's Connor Crossan. Back to Shumway. And now it's John Janiskevich.
I like the decision there by Ithaca to take that ball out. There were a lot of RIT defenders in the area. Now they're taking their time to set up the offense.
Josh Delapuca came into the game.
See Jack Shumway waiting behind the RIT net.
Now Brandon King rolling around the net. He gets the stick whipped out of his hands. Eli Salama with the play there. Whistle's blown, and it's still RIT ball. And then Nesbitt gets the pass. The goaltender for RIT. And the ball is cleared by the Tigers. Almost cleared. They haven't passed midfield yet. And now it is cleared. The pass is up to Braden Wallace. Wallace passes across to Brandon McDonald, who scores.
Absolutely wide open, right in the crease there.
Brandon McDonald getting the pass from Braden Wallace. And now it's 3-0 RIT. 12:38 left in the first quarter. Definitely not what you expected early on in this game.
No, and Jack Daragon looked out of position in net there. That was really something you don't expect to see a guy like Jack Daragon out of position. He didn't even make an attempt on the save.
Yeah, tough one. Tough start here, and very well-timed timeout here by Jeff Long. We expected a top 10 matchup, not an early blowout. Not even 3 minutes have gone by. Already 3 goals on the board for RIT.
You know, with a team like Ithaca who's so used to playing with a lead, you know, obviously they're a quality team. We know that. They're number 10 in the nation. They're a perennial powerhouse, I'd want to say. If you're Jeff Long, what are you saying to the team in the huddle here, down 3-0, barely, not even 3 minutes past?
I would ask you that because you're the color commentator.
Well, there we go. I think you've got to get your signals together defensively. It looks like we said, 2 straight possessions where RIT just went straight down the middle of the field. There, Jack Daragon was out of position, left the man wide open on top of the crease. Ithaca's got to figure something out defensively.
Yeah, defensively, it looks like RIT's beating them with speed. Jack Daragon not prepared for the pass to the middle. Brandon McDonald scoring his 14th goal of the season. He's from Ontario. Many people from Canada on this RIT roster.
21 Canadians.
Yeah.
I would not. I remember you were telling me that pregame. Not a number I was expecting to hear.
Yeah, 21 Canadians going to RIT, and on the lacrosse team. It's interesting stuff. And now teams have hit the field again, and here comes the face-off. Osachi still in there against Ricci. Ricci 3 for 3 from the X. And it's a tough fight in the middle, and again, Ricci wins it.
4 for 4 now.
Ricci passes it off to Ben Tackett. Tackett rolls down the right wing. He gets past many Bombers, and a check is laid down by Steven Landsberg, and a flag is thrown. It looks like RIT is going to go a man up if they don't score here. Pass in the middle, and a shot is fired by J.D. Hall, who scored before, goes out of bounds, and now RIT will go a man up.
RIT has shown that shooter's mentality here. They've been really ripping it. Not necessarily prime scoring chances, but they had that one going earlier top right. And again, we just saw J.D. Hall take a shot from reasonably far out. That one sailed over the net, though.
Worked before for him. Shot from reasonably far out and scored a goal. So now RIT goes a man up after the penalty to Landsberg. And they start their 30-second power play. The pass inside to Aiden Milburn, and he scores. Jack Darragon cannot seem to find his footing early on. It's 4-0 RIT. Just over 12 minutes to go in the first quarter.
That was some fantastic power play offense from RIT. Really tic-tac-toe passing. Jack Darragon had no shot there. The man was wide open.
Yeah, really, really tough start for Ithaca here. They already burned a timeout after the third goal went in, and they get an early penalty call after possession resumes and give up their fourth goal of the game.
Do you think possibly a goalie change coming up if Darragon keeps letting these shots in?
Very daring, because Darragon is really the man in net this season. He's got 593 minutes, approaching 600, and the other guys don't have 100 minutes. All three of them.
It would definitely be bold, to say the least.
Absolutely, against a team like RIT. And again, RIT wins the face-off. Here's Ryan Lee, who scored the first goal of the game. He passes it off. Now it's Cam Isaac.
RIT making some substitutions here.
Plenty of substitutions today. It's Dave Schuster with the ball now. Drew Tosaya passes it back to Dave Schuster. Now to Tosaya again. Tosaya runs inside, shoots, and that's a save by Jack Darragon. But the rebound's picked up, and another save by Darragon.
Back-to-back saves. That could be big for Darragon to get some confidence back. Those were two quality chances.
Absolutely. Hard shots, but Darragon ate them both up. And the goalie was out of the net, so they tried to fire one from behind midfield. But they could not score, and a flag has been thrown.
You know, I like the aggressiveness there, though. You're down 4-0 very early in the game. If you see the goalie out of the cage, take a shot there.
And it looks like an offsides has been called. 30-second penalty coming up to power play coming up for the Bombers.
A man of advantage here could be a good chance for Ithaca to get on the board and not let RIT run away with this game.
So on man-up opportunities, Ithaca is scoring at about a 30% clip on the season.
You know, and both facets of special teams, they're just about middle of the pack in the Empire 8.
So now Ithaca starts things off. The ball rolls around. It's now with Jack Shumway behind the net. They fake it. Goes up to the top. Now to Jake Cotton inside. And Will Witter shot it, and it was bobbled by Nick Nesbitt, but the save is made, and now it's cleared downfield. Good man-up opportunity for the Bombers, but they could not connect. And J.D. Hall had the ball downfield, but trying to pass it backwards, it goes all the way out of bounds, and a flag is thrown. Penalty about to expire for the RIT Tigers. And a push is called.
Another 30-second opportunity here.
And that will be Aaron McCartney going to the box for the Ithaca Bombers for 30 seconds now. RIT about to get their man back on the field. Chandler Allen, the defenseman, and now they're going to start their power play. Man-up opportunity for the RIT Tigers. Can they make it 5-0 early on? Ball rolls around. It's Jay Wagner. Now over to Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee challenged in front. He loses the ball, and Keith Morrissey's in there trying to fight for it, and the ball gets kicked out of bounds. It's going to be Ithaca ball.
That one, I thought that one was going to RIT.
Oh. And they changed the call.
Changed the call. Yep. There you go.
Overruled. They said Ithaca kicked it out of bounds. So RIT retains possession. 4-0 is the score. 10:15 to go in the first quarter. The pass in the middle to Ryan Lee, and he scores again. His second goal of the game, making it 5-0 RIT Tigers. Over 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. They've got a goal for every minute so far in this game.
Again, RIT shooting the ball here early. They're not necessarily looking to work the ball deep into the offensive zone, but they're taking shots when they're there, and so far they've been going in.
Really, really tough for Jack Daragon. After his last possession where he made 2 great saves, gets a man-up opportunity for the Tigers, and they convert again.
Well, we know Jack Daragon's a quality goalie, but 5 goals, not even 5 minutes in, that's got to get into his head a little bit.
Yep. And as we said before, it would be very daring to take him out. All 3 guys barely get over 100 minutes total, and Jack Daragon is approaching 600.
RIT wins another face-off.
Yep. Stephen Ricci looking great in the face-off acts against Grand Osachi. So RIT has possession. Cam Isaac looking for options up top. He gives it off to Drew Tosaya.
Under 10 minutes now.
Chad Levick now with the ball. Back to Tosaya. Now to Bo Riley. Riley down the left wing. Pushed off by Kalen Fitzpatrick. And slips to the floor, but still has possession. Now it rolls around to Tosaya. Tosaya now going left. Pass it back to Ryan Lee. Flips it up. And now it's back to Bo Riley.
I think they're doing a good job to kind of hold RIT outside of the immediate scoring area here.
Yep. Drew Tosaya now trying his attempt to get into the circle. And Ryan Lee tries a pass to Chad Levick, but it misses everyone and goes out of bounds.
Straight out of bounds.
Yep.
No one there for it.
Keith Morrissey will pick it up and bring it in for the Bombers. So not a cause turnover, but a turnover nonetheless. Now it's Bombers ball in there in the offensive zone. Again, Nick Nesbitt not in position, and there's a goal from Jack Shumway over the head of Nick Nesbitt, and now Ithaca is on the board. The score is 1-5 with just under 9 minutes to go in the first quarter.
That's huge. Jack Shumway is the offensive leader of this team, and so who else would you want it to be to get Ithaca on the board in what was a 5-0 game, now 5-1, RIT still leading with just under 9 minutes in the first quarter.
Jack Shumway, his 40th goal of the season last year against the RIT Tigers. He had 6 goals, a double hat trick.
Double hat trick, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Ovechtrick, is that what they called it?
Is it?
Is that
I haven't heard that one before.
The Alexander Ovechtrick. Now the face-off. Osachi and Ricci's been ruling it today. They fight for it, and again, Stephen Ricci.
Ithaca's got to make some adjustments in the face-off game.
Yeah, RIT getting possession after every face-off, not going to help the Bombers' case for a comeback.
Chad Levitt just absolutely ran through a check there.
And now the Tigers in the offensive zone. Brandon McDonald, who has a goal in this game, and whistle's blown. Timeout called by RIT. So really, they don't want Ithaca Bombers to get any momentum at all.
Yeah, I wonder if this is a chance for RIT to create a set play in the offensive zone, hold that pressure on Ithaca. Yeah,
last possession, we saw that the Bombers had great defense on the RIT Tigers and forcing a turnover from Ryan Lee. So
Kalen Fitzpatrick did a really good job about getting his man around the edge and behind the net.
Kalen Fitzpatrick, he's an attacker, playing great defense there on that last possession. So props to him.
Yeah, really good two-way player.
So this goalie matchup, we didn't really get to talk about it. Jack Daragon versus Nick Nesbitt. Daragon has been battered pretty early on, giving up 5 goals and just over 8.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. And on the other side, Nesbitt really hasn't been tested this game.
Well, yeah, looking at the stat sheet, you and I both agreed that Jack Daragon had the advantage. He's giving up nearly 3 goals less per game than his counterpart Nick Nesbitt. But in this one, Daragon has given up 5 in just about 7.5 minutes worth of game time. Nesbitt, I believe, only seen one shot, which was a breakaway, and who was that? Was that Jack Shumway put that one in the back of the net?
And Nesbitt's been cheating up on
Yeah, I think I almost put
possessions.
that one in from past midfield.
Interesting decisions by him. He almost gave up a long goal before because he was out of position. And then he followed it up. He still went out of the net another play. And that's what allowed Jack Shumway to get a
He had Nesbitt on his heels.
Yep.
In that situation, Jack Shumway's in the driver's seat, and more often than not, he's not going to miss that shot.
Oh, of course, right on top of him. Top shelf. Easy goal for Shumway, who's had 40 this season now. So 5-1 is your score. 8:32 remaining in the first quarter, and RIT is back on the field, ready to take possession. Starting things off is Chad Levick. He passes across to Kyle Killen. Oh, no, he doesn't. He faked the pass.
Got you there.
Yep. So Levick goes all the way down the left wing, around the net, played by Morrissey, and resets. The pass goes up top to Braden Wallace.
Brendan King on him.
Wallace turned around, and he's going to have to pass it off to Kyle Killen. Killen had a hat trick last game. He goes down the left wing. Turned away. Passes in the middle to Ryan Lee, who hits a hat trick in this game. Oh, that's actually Chad Levick who scored that one.
One of the dynamic duo.
Yep. So Chad Levick gets his first goal of the game, making it 6-1 RIT after a great pass from Kyle Killen.
And something I've picked up on here, RIT has really been forcing the issue down the left side of the field. That's the area that they've been going to, not necessarily score from the left side, but they've been entering on the left side of the net. And I wonder if that, or go on.
Yep, they've had players off the ball, penetrating inside down the middle, and that's where the passes are coming from the left side, and that's how they're getting their goals.
At this point, it seems deliberate from RIT to go down the left side.
Yep. Now another face-off. Let's see if Oshachki can get one today. Referee sets the ball in between the crosses.
We learned earlier we've got a D1 officiating crew.
Yep, worth it. Number 10 versus number 4 today. Ithaca Bombers at 10, RIT at 4. And Stephen Ricci won another face-off on that one. Osachi struggling today. And
beautiful check from Cody Swing, the defenseman there.
Yep, Zach Ursa was running down the right wing and almost got past the Bombers, but Cody Swing saving the possession. And a pass back from Ryan Lee is missed. And
battling for the ball.
Yep, ground ball is fought for. Picked up by Grant Osachi, and he tossed it off, and now the Bombers are in the offensive zone. It's Will Ritter, but he loses the ball. That ground ball is fought for and picked up by Witter again. Witter, that left side, past the defense, in front of the net, and scores top shelf.
Hits the deck, too.
Very hard-nosed play by Will Ritter to get the second goal for the Bombers today. Great stuff.
Will Ritter's really been a goal scorer this year. 24, that's his 25th goal on the season. He's looking to score the ball every time he gets on the field.
Yeah, not a regular starter. 4 starts this year, 10 games played.
I believe you said his 3rd leading goal scorer for Ithaca?
Yep, capitalizing on this one.
Making the most of his chances, I'd say.
A couple of ground ball pickups and got past the defense. It was only him and Nesbitt, and he got the ball top shelf.
A little Bobby Orr moment as he goes flying after the goal.
Yeah. Picked up his own loose ball. Now the face-off again. Ricci against Oshachki. It's been a matchup we've been watching because Ricci's been dominating it.
I believe 7 for 7.
And whistle's blown. It's going to be RIT ball.
Regardless.
Ben Tackett starts things off. He's going to pass it off. Down the right wing is Braden Wallace. Now it's back to Wallace and Chad Levick, who just scored the last RIT goal. Now it's up top to Kyle Killen. Killen was the one who assisted Chad Levick on the last goal. He goes down the left side again. Turns, loses the ball, but the ground ball is picked up by RIT. Now it goes back up top to Braden Wallace. He's going to go down the right side. Looking for options. Gets it to Chad Levick. Levick down the right wing. Tries to get a shot on Darragon. Tried to get a sneaky one.
I think that one may have hit the post as well.
And the ground ball is picked up by Aaron McCartney. McCartney going down the field. Gets it to Shumway. Shumway loses the ball, though. And the loose ball is almost picked up by Maruna. Alex Maruna, defenseman for RIT. But Shumway does win the battle for the ground ball. Now he's behind the net in the offensive zone for Ithaca.
Again, I think Ithaca would take their time and set up a little something here.
Let's see if they do. They haven't really set up anything. Their 2 goals have been on fast breaks.
We saw Shumway motioning there with his hand.
Delapuca now on the left side. He rolls around the net. The pass all the way up top. Now it's Owen Smith. He's going to flip it off to Will Witter. Witter over to Killen Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick goes left and loses the ball, but he's going to pick up his own ground ball. Cuts inside. Now resets up top. Delapuca now at the point.
I think they're playing with some urgency here, it looks like.
Got to. It's down 4 early on in this game. Killen Fitzpatrick whips one, but he misses and lets you get to the ball first. It's going to be RIT ball.
RIT.
So now Denning Crenshaw will start things off for the Tigers. Nick Nesbitt challenged by Will Witter. Nesbitt is able to clear. Get it to Jay Vachner. Vachner stops. Cuts right. Rolls around. Now looks for options on the right wing.
Under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Score is 6-2 here in the first quarter. RIT leads the Ithaca Bombers. The pass in front all the way to Cam Isaac.
Bit of a rainbow there.
Now it's Dave Schuster. Schuster challenged by Owen Smith. Couple of 21s. He resets and then cuts right. Rolls down the right wing. Passes behind the net. That's Brandon McDonald now to Chad Levick. Levick.
Keith Morrissey watching him tightly.
That's a good matchup. Morrissey versus Levick. Now Cam Isaac up top. He's going to roll right. He shoots, and the save is made by Darragon.
Handcuffed him there, but he was able to control that one.
And now he passes off to Winston Wenham. Started his lacrosse career at Syracuse University.
And came to Ithaca.
Yep.
I did not know that.
And a chop to the mask, and there's the flag. Ithaca should go a man up once they lose possession. If they do, Janiskevich is down there with Shumway. Shumway scores!
Puts it home.
A 2-on-1 there. Shumway and Janiskevich are down low. Shumway elected not to pass and scored top shelf again. It's 6-3. The RIT lead is now cut in half.
You know, that was a vicious chop to the face mask. I couldn't tell who did that on RIT, but both officials actually threw their flags up in the air on that one.
Yep, Steve Morrell was the victim, and it was kind of a delayed flag. The crowd did not like not seeing the flag right away.
Now, we've got a standing room only crowd here at Higgins Stadium, looking down at the bleachers. People standing against the back rail.
And that will be a minute-long penalty for Chandler Allen. That's the second penalty of the game.
Of course, Ithaca needs to win this face-off here.
Yep.
9 for 9 is RIT on face-offs today.
And I can't tell if that's Landsberg or Oshatchi, if they've replaced Oshatchi in the face-off circle yet.
Landsberg at 56%.
And I believe it is Landsberg, and let's see if it's anything different. And they do. Ithaca wins the face-off this time, so that's what they needed. So now Ithaca in the offensive zone. It's Jay Cotton, point guarding things. He passes off to Steve Morrell, who just got chopped in the face before. Man-up opportunity for the Bombers. And it's a minute-long one. The pass to Connor Crossan.
Almost over the head there.
If that was to Jack Shumway. Now it goes back up top to Crossan. Crossan to Morrell. Morrell back to Crossan. And again to Morrell, and he shoots and misses, but it's going to be Ithaca ball as they get there first.
You know, where we saw RIT taking those shots from further outside and connecting, Ithaca on 2 or 3 possessions down was taking a shot and missed everything.
Despite that, they still have the ball on this man-up opportunity. And the pass is stolen. The pass was made by Connor Crossan, intended for Oshatchi, but it was picked off by the RIT Tigers, and now they're in the offensive zone. Man-up opportunities over for the Bombers. And now it's Ben Tackett for the Tigers. The ball goes over to Jay Vachner. Vachner stops everything.
Slowing things down.
He's going to roll left, down the middle of the field. Passes inside, and the ball is fought off by Keith
Flag
Morrissey.
on the play.
Shot was made. He missed everything. It was Drew Tasaya shooting the ball, but a flag has been thrown. It looks like the penalty is going to be called on Keith Morrissey.
So 1 minute penalty there.
Just like RIT had before, 1 minute on Keith Morrissey, junior defender for the Ithaca Bombers.
It's a big kill for the Bombers to stay competitive in this game as we head towards 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Lose one of your prime defensemen, too. Pass to Chad Levitt goes over his head, but he does retain possession. Behind the net it goes. Now over to Ryan Lee. In the middle of the field, or in the middle of the crease, rather. Ground ball is picked up by Ryan Lee, though.
He no-looked that pass, and I think it caught the Bombers by surprise.
That would have been a valuable ground ball pickup. Ball goes around to Chad Levick, and he misses the net. Past Aragon, past everything. Ball still in RIT's possession.
Under 30 seconds, 28 seconds on the penalty here.
And under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Not a good one for the Bombers, but they have recovered from giving up 5 goals in 3 minutes. The pass over to Chad Levick is missed by Levick.
That was a big opportunity for RIT, and Levick couldn't handle the pass.
Yep, it was Ryan Lee to Chad Levick, and usually they connect on those. The shot by Kyle Killen is saved by Daragon. A big save on the man-up opportunity. That should kill things for the Bombers. Now it's Matt Montgomery trying to get out of the defensive zone.
Checked there by Ryan Lee.
Austin Smith now passes back to Daragon, all the way back to the goalie. He's going to hand it off to Cody Swing. Swing throws it upfield to Winston Wenham, but he could not handle the pass. It's going to be RIT ball after the turnover.
Ithaca looked a little lost there trying to clear it.
Yep, now under a minute to go. Got to capitalize on any opportunity you can get with the ball, and Ithaca could not do that on last possession. So now it's RIT in the offensive zone. Braden Wallace over to Jay Backner. Backner to Wallace. They're all the way up top. They're near midfield. Delapuka playing defense on Wallace. Wallace gets past him to the right. Gets pushed by Delapuka.
Delapuka knocks him to his knees.
And a turning shot by Wallace is saved by Daragon. Rebound is picked up by Ryan Lee. Lee in the middle to Chad Levick, and another save by Daragon, a huge one. Chad Levick usually converts on those opportunities, but Daragon denied him. 10 seconds left. Ithaca's charging downfield. Winston Wenham gets his ball chopped out of his stick, but a flag is thrown on the RIT Tigers, and 2 seconds left of the quarter. Let's see what the call is.
Official seems to be talking to a handful of players here. Officials conferring.
Oh, they wave off the call.
No flag on the play, I guess.
That would have been a big man-up opportunity going into the second quarter. But the flag has been picked up. So this is just a formality here. 2 seconds left. RIT has it in their own defensive zone. Throws it all the way downfield.
And the buzzer sounds.
And there it is. So after the first quarter of play, the score is RIT Tigers 6, Ithaca Bombers 3. Interesting quarter. RIT got off to a really hot start, but then Ithaca got to slow things down. They put up 3 goals on the board, and now the score is 6-3. What adjustments does Ithaca have to make to keep essentially their momentum going, because they were the ones that scored more.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, this is a 5-0 game, and all of a sudden it's 6-3. So Ithaca, at least in the second part of that first quarter, controlled the play more effectively. Again, they had a couple breakaways. They haven't had the sustained offensive pressure that RIT has, and I think that's the big thing. They need, when they get into the offensive zone, they need to look to sustain some of the offensive pressure, get quality chances. They need to, like we said, they missed a couple shots because they were taking them from deep. Mm-hmm. They need more offensive zone time.
Yep, and Daragon has made a couple of huge saves in the defensive zone. Talk about him.
Yeah, he's really, shaky start to the game.
Shaky start at first, but he made a couple of huge saves after that.
And I think he may have gotten some of his confidence back. Yep. He doesn't like to give up 6 goals in the first quarter. He only gives up 6.8 for the game. His goals against average is 6.78, and he's
already given up 6.
He's essentially matched that in the first quarter. So I think it starts, at least defensively, with Daragon. He's got to get his game together again.
So after one, we've got 2 goals from Ryan Lee for RIT. J.D. Hall put up 1. Adam Milburn put up one, and then Brendan McDonald had one. And then Jack Shumway had two for the Ithaca Bombers, both on breakaways. And then Will Witter picked up his own ground ball and scored on a breakaway. So, yeah, you mentioned Ithaca's offense has been essentially breakaways. They haven't really been able to slow things down, and when they have, it hasn't been able to be sustained. They usually get a bad turnover eventually. So,
yeah,
look for that adjustment later on in the second quarter.
Breakaway goals count as much as any other goal, but they're not, it's not, as a coach, it's not necessarily what you want to see.
Yep.
Another big thing, RIT more than doubling up Ithaca in ground balls, 21-10 advantage for the Tigers there. So that's again, keeping those possessions alive for the Tigers.
And also the face-off circle is the thing that we have to talk about because Grant Osachi was just dominated by Stephen Ricci in the circle.
Well, you said Stephen Ricci was 61%, Osachi at 59%. That's not an obvious mismatch.
Mm-hmm. So now they replaced him. It's Steven Landsberg now taking the face-offs for Ithaca.
Again, 56% from the face-off X.
Balls between the crosses, and now they fight for it. A couple of number 20s, and the ground ball is picked up by Kalen Fitzpatrick, and Ithaca's going to start the second quarter with the ball. So Steven Landsberg having a lot more success than Osachi is.
Yeah, let's see if Jeff Long said something about sustaining an offensive possession at the start of the second quarter.
They have a good opportunity to do that here. Della Puca passes inside. Oh. And Kalen Fitzpatrick was hit down low, but
a flurry of 6 from the Tigers.
RIT tried to turn a possession on the Ithaca Bombers, and actually they do retain the ground ball at midfield. So now it's all alone was J.D. Hall, who scored a goal in this game, but another save was made by Darragon. He's going to pick up a ground ball, and Ithaca does clear the zone. Steve Morrell now passing midfield. Big chance for J.D. Hall there, but now it's Ithaca's ball. Josh Della Puca inside, and now there's a goal from Jack Shumway, his third of the game. A little bit of a sustained possession there, not a breakaway.
Yeah, a little bit more, I guess, not drive. I'm blanking on the word here. I can't find it.
Possession.
Possession. Yeah, we'll take possession there. I don't know. I couldn't find the word.
But, yeah, Shumway does get the set play, and
it looked a little more deliberate. That's the word I was looking for.
There we go.
It was not just one pass and a shot. There were a series of passes there, and Jack Shumway finished it off in close.
So that's a hat trick for Jack Shumway, bringing his goal total to 42 on the year. He was an honorable mention All-American last year. 7 goals against Oswego earlier this year.
Honorable mention All-American and 2-time All-Empire 8 player, too.
Yep. 7 hat tricks on the year. That's his 8th today. Now Stephen Ricci wins the faceoff against Landsberg. Picks up the ground ball, shoots, and misses the net.
Bounced that one wide there.
It's now out of bounds. Brendan McDonald will pick up the ball for RIT. McDonald flips it up to Chad Levick. Levick fights off Jack Darragon.
Darragon way out of his crease.
RIT could not capitalize, but now they reset possession. Now it's Kyle Killen on the left side. He rolls in, gets past the defense, pushed, and the ball flips over the net.
Some confusion on the field.
It is going to be Ithaca ball.
Aaron McCartney lost a glove there, and I think that's what he was opening his arms up about.
Long pass downfield, but Darragon is missed by his intended target and picked up by RIT. Whoa. Ground ball picked up by, and a retaliation chop was missed by the referees there. Now it's Ithaca ball, though, regardless. And RIT calls the turnover and retains possession. Ben Tackett on the left side of the field. He stops everything, slows things down.
Ithaca makes a substitution, putting in Sean Seberg.
Sean Seberg from my hometown of West Islip.
Making you proud?
Yes. Left wing. Now up to the center is now Braden Wallace.
He almost looked like he was going to wind one up there.
Wallace faked the shot again. Goes around the net. Pass goes up top to Cam Isaac, who throws it across and gets the ball back.
Playing a 2-man game here.
Yep. Him and Jay Wagner. Isaac gets the ball again, now charges down the middle of the field. Shoots, bounces it over the net, and goes out of bounds, but it will still be RIT ball.
I think Darragon did get a piece of that one, but regardless, it'll still remain with the Tigers.
So Brendan McDonald now at the ball behind the net. He rolls around, spins and scores. Great play by Brandon McDonald. Took it all by himself.
That's just a tremendous individual effort. He took the ball out of bounds, got right to the front of the crease, and I believe put that 5-hole on Daragon.
It was him versus Aaron McCartney, the freshman starter defenseman, and kept tight to the crease. Once he got in front of the net, turned and had the inside angle on McCartney and scored that goal below Daragon. So great play.
He was also able to use his body
Yep.
to get good position there. Like you would box out for a rebound in basketball, same principle.
Exactly. So now 12:07 to go in the second quarter. Score is 7-4 RIT.
Speaking objectively, though, it feels closer than it did in the first quarter.
Yes, absolutely. It was a really hot start by RIT, but things have slowed down and evened out in this game. Now it's Ithaca ball after a whistle. Charging down the field is Owen Smith. He fakes a pass, goes inside, and shoots and scores. Great play by Owen Smith.
He celebrates hard there. He faked me out with the shot fake. I did not know where the ball was for a second.
He faked the pass backwards and then took it all himself inside.
We see an individual effort from RIT to get a goal on one end, and then the Bombers come right back with their own individual play.
So now it's 7-5, a 2-goal deficit for the Ithaca Bombers with 11:54 to go in the second quarter. Owen Smith, that's his 7th goal of the season. He only had one hat trick last year. He's already on his way.
He's a balanced player, too, on offense.
Yep.
7 goals, 5 assists. He does it both. He does both. Can't speak.
So now Landsberg is in the center for Ithaca, taking the face-off. Face-off is 4-4 between Landsberg and Ricci, and looks like Ricci's going to get another one.
Put that one back between his legs.
Ground ball is fought hard for. And the ball goes out of bounds.
No signal.
Off of Zach Urso, and now it's going to be Ithaca ball. Ursu, rather. Josh Del Puca starting things off, and he whips a shot, misses wide. But now Jack Shumway is back, or rather Jake Cotton is back to pick up things for the Bombers. Stephen Morrell up top. He cuts left. Turns around. Goes to Janiskevich, now back to Morrell. Morrell turns. Looking for options, goes behind the net to Shumway, and he almost gets his 4th goal of the game, saved by Nick Nesbitt. Josh Del Puca gets the rebound, though. Resets things to Janiskevich, the team captain. Steve Morrell on the left wing. He's going to fire one, and it's going to be saved by Nesbitt.
Yeah, Nesbitt saw that one all the way. No traffic in front. That was an easy save for Nesbitt.
Try to sneak that one around. Janiskevich did Morrell, but not getting Nesbitt on that one. Now Ben Tackett bringing things up the right wing. Challenged by Steve Morrell. And Tackett survives the check, and a flag is thrown. It's going to be on Morrell. And Tackett hits the post. Ball rolls out of bounds, but it will be a man-up opportunity for RIT.
Yeah, and again, RIT got into the zone pretty easily there, and they got a quality chance on net, but they just put it off the side.
And now they go a man-up.
That's a holding call.
30-second penalty. RIT going to kick things off behind the net. It is Aiden Milburn. Or rather, they're not starting behind the net. They're going to start to the right of the net. It's Braden Wallace. Ball goes all the way around. Back to Wallace. He fakes a flip. He's going to pass it off to Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee to Kyle Killen in the middle. Over to Chad Levick. Levick all the way over to Ryan Lee, and he missed everything, but RIT will retain possession.
He goes for a low shot there, try to skip it. We've seen Daragon get beat low, go 5-hole a few times now today.
Looks like RIT's trying to exploit that. Could not there. Levick. Pass it off. Back to Levick. He tries to throw it in front, and almost an interception, but the ground ball is still fought for. Player knocked down, and the ball is picked up by Ryan Lee. Great ground ball pickup.
Man-up advantage over, though.
So now it's even strength. As you mentioned, to try to pass it across. No dice.
That just wasn't a smart shot. He didn't have much of an angle. Tried to whip it around. Missed the net by a good 1.5 feet.
But it is ruled a shot, so it does stay RIT ball. Jay Vackner behind the net now. He resets things up top to Brandon McDonald. McDonald has a goal in this game. Charges down the left wing. Tries to go inside, and great passing play, and it gets to Kyle Killen in the middle. He puts one over Jack Daragon.
Get quick passes there, allow the Tigers to get right in on net. At that point, it's a guessing game for Daragon as to where RT is going to go with the ball.
So that makes it 8-5 with 9:30 remaining in this second quarter. Kyle Killen getting the goal there. Killen has 14 goals coming into this game and had a hat trick last game.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot from Chad Levick so far today. That's a player I was expecting to have a little bit more of an impact here in the first half.
Did have that one goal that was assisted by Kyle Killen before, but now they're in the faceoff X. 9:30 to go, 8-5 is the score. Osachi took that one. And the faceoff is fought for and won by Alex Sovakul. Sovakul now goes behind the net for RIT. Pass all the way in front. Resets in the middle to Levick, but
whiffed on it.
Could not get a clean shot. Daragon picks it up and throws it downfield. Kalen Fitzpatrick with the ball. Fitzpatrick protects it.
He had two Tiger defenders on him there as he came into the offensive zone. Did a good job to protect the ball and keep the possession alive.
Yep, switched to his left hand and held it with one. Charging in for Ithaca is Greg Drillick, and he scores.
Goes short side there. Not much of an angle, but I guess there was a little room between Nesbitt's leg and the post, and he put it home.
Great play there. Putting a goal home. Now the score is 8-6 RIT.
It feels like Ithaca's done a good job responding to RIT goals in the second quarter.
Goal is credited to John Janiskevich, assisted by Greg Drillick. His 16th goal of the season, and as we mentioned, he's a really hot scorer coming into this one. 4 of his last 5 games, hat tricks for Janiskevich.
No double hat tricks, though.
No double hat tricks. So now the face-off. Landsberg back in there for the Bombers, and the face-off is won by Ricci. And now charging down the field, Ben Tackett. Tackett resets in the middle. It's
shot.
Well, right into Aaron McCartney.
And he looks hurt there. He is really hobbling around. I think that one hit him in the midsection.
Probably took the wind out of him.
Looks like he's in a lot of pain right now, and he's
not much padding in lacrosse.
No.
He's going to feel that one in the morning.
He's getting off the field under his own power, though. Applause here from the Higgins Stadium crowd.
And replacing him will be Quinn Schurer off the bench. So it's Ithaca ball off the injury. They're going to kick things off on the left side of the defensive zone. Back to the middle, it's Daragon now. Now Morrissey. Gets it to Morrell. And now they're past midfield.
Spins off.
Witter charging down left. Gets almost inside. Has to go around the net. Pass in front. Now it's Delapuka flipping one over the net. And that's definitely going to be RIT ball. 7:50 to go here. 8-6 is your score. RIT Tigers lead the Ithaca Bombers. Tigers pass midfield. Zach Ursu leading things for the Tigers. That's Julian Guay. Dish it off to Aiden Milburn. He's on the left side, challenged by Delapuka. Delapuka gives him a push. Retains possession of pass off. And a save made by Daragon down low.
Good play by Sean Seaberg to pick up that ground ball and the scoring chance. The West Islip native.
Yes. Sean Seaberg, tallest player on the team at 6'5". Now the ball is in Ithaca's possession in the offensive zone. Will Witter with the ball.
He's found the back of the net today.
On a breakaway. Very hard-fought breakaway. Steve Morrell resets possession now.
Ithaca making a couple switches.
This is Greg Drillick, who assisted the last goal. He charges down right. Now to Will Witter. Witter rolls all the way around, back to the top. He dishes it off to Brendan King. King goes down right wing.
Nice rhyming.
Makes a couple turns, yep. And now it's Will Witter to Janiskevich. Janiskevich had the last Ithaca goal. He goes left, shoots. Nice save by Nick Nesbitt.
Really nice play. That ball hopped up on Nesbitt, but he was able to get enough of it to send it over the top of the net.
And he's able to pick the ball up in his own crease behind the net. Gets it up to Ben Tackett. Tackett passes it off to Brandon McDonald. Now to Braden Wallace.
RIT showing some patience here.
Yep, Jay Wagner with the ball now going down right. He turns away. Going to go behind the net. Oh.
Not quite.
He does not. He faked the pass. Wagner goes around the net. Now he passes it off to Drew Tasaya. Rather, that's Kyle Killen. And a shot is whipped down and saved by Jack Darragon. Another shot misses the net. Ryan Lee on those two opportunities.
That was a really quick second chance for Ryan Lee. I don't think Darragon was ready for it. Thankfully for the Bombers, that shot went over the top of the net.
RIT will retain possession here. Score is 8-6 RIT with just under 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And now a shot is made by Brady Wallace, but he missed the net and, again, picked up by RIT.
They're quick to get back into the offense here.
Drew Tasaya leaving things behind the net for the Tigers. Now it's Brendan McDonald. He passed to Kyle Killen. Killen matched up with Steve Morrell. Killen shoots, and another save by Darragon. He's been great on this possession.
Darragon seems to have found a bit of his confidence again in the second quarter. A handful of saves here.
And that is good news for the Bombers. Keith Morrissey clears it downfield. This is Brandon King. King is going to slow things down, though. Wait for his teammates to come and get ready.
A really good play by Morrissey to clear that from near his own goal all the way past midfield.
It's a great pass down the middle of the field. Now Kalen Fitzpatrick with the ball. Delapuka up top. Joined by Owen Smith in the offensive zone. Delapuka moves right. Fires behind the net to Will Witter. Witter turned away by Alex Maruna, but he's able to get a pass off. And now Jack Shumway, who's got a hat trick today. Shumway over to Cotton.
Ithaca's two leading scorers there, going back and forth.
Cotton third all-time in Ithaca College history with assists. 12 away from the all-time record. Now it's Kalen Fitzpatrick behind the net. Over to Delapuka now. Brandon King. Rather, Owen Smith. Owen Smith making a few turns. Pass it off to Witter. Long possession here for the Ithaca Bombers.
And this is what I was talking about. It's sustained offensive zone time.
Not a shot off yet, though. Caitlin Fitzpatrick now has the ball.
And he backs it out again.
Got to credit the RIT defense for this one. Will Witter shoots and scores! Beautiful shot from Will Witter. Cuts the lead to 1 for the RIT Tigers.
Really picked a spot there. Put that one in right under the crossbar. Again, a beautiful shot.
Got the top shelf from way out. Almost where that first goal by J.D. Hall was scored for the RIT Tigers before. Now the score is 7-8. Ithaca Bombers are trailing the RIT Tigers. We've got a great one today here at Higgins Stadium. Bombers are 10th in the nation. RIT Tigers are 4th.
Yeah, I think this is a really important just under 3.5 minutes in the end of the second quarter.
Yep.
I think if Ithaca can get into the halftime tied, even ahead a goal, possibly even down a goal, they view that as a victory because I think they've played better in the second quarter.
Who would have thought after trailing 5-0 in like the first 3 minutes that they would be almost tied? near the end of the first half.
You know, it's that bend but don't break.
Yeah, absolutely. Credit to Darragon for making a few huge saves in this one. And now,
referee almost getting run into there.
Yep, Stephen Ricci won the faceoff again. And here's Eli Salama. Going down the right wing, all alone, shoots, saved by Darragon. Rebound is picked up by Ryan Lee, and another save by Darragon.
2 consecutive saves.
Those are huge with a 1-goal game. So now it's Seaberg passing it off to Steven Landsberg. Keith Morrissey now with the ball in the defensive zone. And they do cross midfield. This is Greg Drillick, and he gets tripped up in front of the net. A whistle's blown. It's going to be Ithaca possession. Now Will Witter will start the ball. He's going to pass it off to Drillick. Drillick to Witter. He turns, gets some space, goes behind the net, pass in front to Steve Morrell. Morrell whips one, and Nesbitt makes a save, almost getting a rebound with Josh Delapuca, but the rebound is picked up by Alex Maruna. Chandler Allen back to Nesbitt, and now it's RIT ball in the defensive zone. They pass midfield with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Eli Salama going off for a change for the Tigers.
That's Ben Tackett with the ball. He passed off to Aiden Milburn. Milburn now to Chad Levick. Levick to Dave Schuster. Schuster pushes off and turns left and cuts right again. Now to Levick. Levick going to the middle. The pass is made over to Aiden Milburn, who scores. Huge goal for the RIT Tigers below Jack Darragon. Now it's 9-7 with 1:30 to go in the first half.
You know, I think the big thing on that possession for RIT was Chad Levick's size. He's 6'4", 220. He's a big dude, and he's able to absorb contact and keep possessions alive down low in the offensive zone.
So that's Aiden Milburn scoring the goal. His 10th of the season, now double digits for him. 9-7, 90 seconds to go here in the first half. You are listening to Ithaca Lacrosse here on WICB and the Bomber Radio Network. I'm Dan Doherty alongside Ben Carlton. Face off between Landsberg and Stephen Ricci. And Ricci is going to win this one. It was actually Osachi in the face-off circle, but he actually wins the ground ball. Osachi whips the shot, misses the net, and that's going to be picked up by RIT.
I think Nesbitt may have gotten a piece of that one. Regardless, it's Tigers ball.
Nesbitt trying to clear all the way downfield. The pass misses J.D. Hall and picked up by the Bombers. Caitlin Fitzpatrick now leading the way for the offense. Fitzpatrick across to Cotton. Cotton gets his shot deflected. And that's going to be Ithaca ball. 1:06 remaining in the second quarter. Jack Shumway starts things off. He has 3 goals today.
Play whistle dead.
Whistle's blown, and that's going to be a timeout called by the Ithaca Bombers. Good call here. 1:01 remaining in this first half. Want to get a set play here with 6 seconds to go, down by 2.
Yeah, if I'm Jeff Long, I don't want RIT to touch the ball for the remainder of the first half. You've got a minute and 1 second. If you're Ithaca, you want to hold on to this ball 30, 40, 45 seconds if you can. Ideally, you hold on to the ball for a minute. Well, ideally, you score, obviously.
So today, Jack Darragon's been really pressured. He's made 14 saves, giving up 9 goals. He's getting a huge workload today against the RIT Tigers. Really standing in there strong, though, late in the second half. But he did give up a huge goal just before to make this deficit 2 goals. Bombers almost tied things up before.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was a 5. The Bombers were down 5 before they even put a goal on the board.
Yep.
And now it's a 2-goal game. Ithaca's got offensive zone possession. They've just called a timeout here. They've got a minute to work with. Jeff Long is a tremendous coach. He's 30th year with the program. You know, I trust him to come up with something creative to try to get a good look for the Bombers.
Yep, as you said, if this game is still within reach, it's a victory for Ithaca going into this half after that terrible start.
Yeah, I think Ithaca's got to be feeling much better. Unless they really choke here and give up another goal to RIT, Ithaca must be feeling better than RIT going into the break.
Mm-hmm. They have the momentum here. Absolutely. And now the players are taking the field. Will be Ithaca's possession. 1 minute to go. Score is 9-7 RIT. RIT ranked 4th in the nation. Ithaca ranked 7th.
10th, I believe.
Oh, 10th. Sorry. They have 7 goals on the board. This will be the last year that they are non-conference opponents, as Ithaca is set to join the Liberty League next year.
Just give this game even more meaning than it already has.
Absolutely. Behind the net it goes to Janiskevich. Jake Cotton now with the ball. Pass off to Janiskevich. He turns. Back to Cotton. Cotton tries to get in front, but the ball is stolen by Ben Tackett.
Really costly turnover.
Oh, but a ground ball picked up by the Bombers. Greg Drillick, and he gets checked.
Drillick goes down. Take a hit to make a play, though. Gets that ball back to Ithaca.
Yep, this is Connor crossing midfield.
30 seconds to play.
Big possession here for the Bombers. Janiskevich to Cotton, now to Del Puca. Over to Shumway. Back to Janiskevich behind the net. He gets to Cotton. Cotton inside. Del Puca cannot handle the pass and is picked up by Tackett again.
15 seconds.
And it looks like Tackett's going to try to kill this time on the clock, but he's going to pass it up. Big opportunity for J.D. Hall. Hall inside. And the shot is missed by the RIT Tigers, and Darragon's able to get back in time.
Just barely. He laid out to secure that possession.
And now Ithaca will have 3 seconds to get something on net here. Della Puca fires, and Janiskevich is not able to get a shot off as he intercepted Della Puca's shot. So that will go into the half with the score 9-7 RIT Tigers leading the Ithaca Bombers. Great first half of play. And after the break, we'll be welcoming on Danielle Shear and Andrew Carey to talk about all we saw today at Higgins Stadium in this first half of play. Stay tuned to WICB and the Bomber Radio Network. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We came into the second half a little late. A goal was scored by RIT while we were out. Jay Vachner was credited with it. And a shot by Ben Tackett was saved by Jack Darragon just now. The score is right now 10-7. RIT leads the Ithaca Bombers. 14-10 to go in this third quarter. Pass across to Chad Levick, and he misses the net. The ball will be retained by the RIT Tigers.
That ball actually rolled out of Higgins Stadium.
Huh. Now it's Ryan Lee with the ball in the offensive zone. Left wing. He resets to Drew Tasaya. Now the ball goes to Aiden Milburn. He has a goal in this game. Milburn gets all the way down, and he scores a goal. Just like the first half, 2 quick goals by the RIT Tigers. It is 11-4 RIT.
Milburn had a nice little inside fake there. Got Jack Darragon moving back towards the middle of the field, and then he just put it short side, wide open.
Great stuff there by Aiden Milburn, his second goal of the game.
You know, this is not what you want for Ithaca. Another slow start to the half.
Yeah, they had the momentum going in to this half, trailing by only 2 after giving up 5 goals quickly in the first half, and now they give up 2 quick ones to start this second half. It's Grant Osachi versus Stephen Ricci, who's been ruling things.
Yeah, Osachi back in the faceoff circle. Steve Landsberg had some success, but they're going back with Osachi.
It's been working all season, just not today. And it's going to be RIT ball after the faceoff. Now down the field they go. The ball is flipped over. They're up top. It's Cam Isaac to Drew Tasaya. Tasaya waits for his sub to come in. That's Aiden Milburn, who just scored. Milburn gets past Landsberg. Tries to pass inside to Tasaya, but he misses everything, and it's going to be fought for in the Ithaca's offensive zone, and Ithaca does get the ball. John Janiskevich. He cuts left, turns, gets to Jake Cotton. Cotton across to Steve Morrell. Morrell back to Cotton. And now it's Greg Drillick. He's got an assist on the day.
Jake Cotton, no points in the first half.
Strange coming from Cotton. He leads the team in assists so far this season. Morrell over to Josh Della Puca. Della Puca charges left. Fought off by Ben Tackett. Ball resets to Greg Joe. He fires one. It's going to be saved by Nesbitt.
Beautiful save. Ithaca tried to go bottom right corner there, but Nick Nesbitt was all over it. Senior captain for the RIT Tigers.
And during RIT's clear attempt, Ben Hackett lost the ball, but ground ball's knocked out of bounds by RIT, so it is going to be Ithaca ball, and they retain possession. It looked like it was going to be RIT's ball pretty clearly, but Ithaca was unable to hold the ball. Delapuca now leading the offense. Janiskevich has a pick. And the ball's
not very effective.
Coming to the game here is Brandon King, midfielder. He rolls around the net. Ball goes up top to Steve Morrell. Morrell goes right. Behind the net to Jack Shumway. Ithaca's goal scorer this game. He turns, fires, saved by Nesbitt again. Nesbitt's looking good early on in the second half. Oh, he tries to pass the defenseman and scores. Steve Morrell capitalized on a turnover in the defensive zone by RIT and gets a goal, cuts the lead to 3. It is 8-11. RIT leads the Ithaca Bombers after Steve Morrell's goal.
To borrow a little soccer terminology there, Stephen Morrell just went upper 90, top right corner, right under the bar. Ithaca has been, both teams really have been picking the corners today.
And a bit of a lazy pass there by Nick Nesbitt.
Yeah, just sloppy turnover right in your own offensive zone.
Yep, tried to dish it off to his left, to a defenseman immediately to his left, but Morrell jumped all over that and scored a goal.
So Ithaca back to a 3-goal deficit now.
11:35 to go in this third quarter. It's Landsberg versus Ricci in the faceoff. And after a hard-fought battle, Ithaca comes up with it, but actually now it's RIT ball.
5 or 6 players there from both teams fighting over that faceoff.
Crazy stuff. RIT trying to clear the zone here, and they do. This is J.D. Hall scoring the first goal of the game for RIT. Long stick midi.
We were talking while Danny Shear and Adam Carey were on halftime. He's got a really powerful shot.
Yeah. Makes use of every inch of the long stick. Now it's Ryan Lee. Cutting right towards the center.
Almost lost his footing there.
Pass it down low to the left. This is Kyle Killen. Killen turns, spins. Tries a backhanded shot. Misses the net, and Darragon's going to pick it up.
That was just nowhere near the goal.
No. It was
not the best shot you could have taken.
No.
Would have looked good for SportsCenter.
Oh, absolutely. A backhanded lacrosse shot. Don't see that too often. Ball goes all the way across field to Winston Wenham. He crosses midfield for the Bombers. Hands it off to Connor Crossan. Crossan into the offensive zone.
Looked like he had some room there, but decided to turn back.
Resets and gives to Owen Smith. He did turn back. Smith turns back as well. Now to Kalen Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick on the right side. Gets past the defender. And tries to scoop one in there, but could not find the open net.
Yeah, good job by Nick Nesbitt to cut the angle down.
Shumway was there to pick up the out-of-bounds ball. Now it's Owen Smith. Smith now to Shumway. A whistle and
a moving screen violation.
RIT ball. Now they're rushing downfield, trying to catch it off balance. This is Eli Salama. Back to his teammate, Julian Guay, but he missed the net. Brandon McDonald now behind for the RIT Tigers. 9:30 to go here. 11-8 is your score in the third quarter. RIT lead the Ithaca Bombers. The Tigers are 4th in the nation. Ithaca's ranked 10th. Huge game here on Ithaca's South Hill.
I know you and I were both looking forward to this one. It's been a lot of fun to call.
Oh, absolutely. Very fast-paced game. Lots of high-quality offense on both sides. Now Cam Isaac missed the net. Oh,
there's the backhander.
The back. Chad Levick, what a goal score by him. He went behind the back with that one and gets it past Darragon. Darragon didn't see it coming. He's probably shaking his head after that one.
Yeah, Darragon stayed down on a knee there. He just didn't see that shot coming. I certainly didn't.
What a play by Chad Levick. RIT's leading goal scorer. He's got Now 34 in the year. He's got 2 on the day. What a goal. 12-2 is your score. RIT leads the Ithaca Bombers 9:02 to go in the third quarter.
It really gutsy to go for the shot, but he put it home.
Yeah. Highlight stuff from Chad Levick. Now the face-off. A new player in the face-off. That was Austin Smith. And he lost it. So, same story. Stephen Ricci goes downfield after winning the face-off. He passed it off to Brandon McDonald. Four-goal lead for the Tigers with 8:30 to go in this third quarter. McDonald charging down.
Watched by Aaron McCartney.
Turns, fires, scores around the net. Darragon not happy with that one. 13-8 is the score now after Brandon McDonald scores his second of the game.
Again, Jack Darragon looked visibly upset with himself after that one. That's not, there's only so much you can do when a player goes behind the back, shoots it far side, and it goes past you. But I think Jack Darragon feels like that's one he should not have let in.
Correction, that is McDonald's third goal of the game.
Secure the hat trick there.
Now it's Jimmy Spillane taking the face-off for RIT against Grand Osatchi. Spillane is normally the face-off taker, started 9 games for the Tigers this year. But it was Ricci getting the start today.
And clearly Ricci was doing his job well.
Oh, absolutely. And Osatchi's going to win this face-off. Spillane tried to push it ahead, but Osatchi was quick to turn around. Now here's Greg Drillick in the offensive zone. Down by 5 now, just like the first half. But as we saw in that first half, Ithaca still slowly started to slow things down and take over the game offensively, scoring 7 goals to RIT's 4 after the 5-goal lead going into the second half. Now here's Josh Delapuca on the left side. Pass it over to Steve Morrell. Morrell has a goal in this half. He scores his second. Beautiful shot by Steve Morrell. Upper 90, just like before. Now it's 13-9. RIT leads the Ithaca Bombers.
Stephen Morrell did a really nice job to pivot off his defender and get that open shooting lane. And at that point, it's a one-on-one with him and Nick Nesbitt, and Stephen Morrell just beat Nesbitt.
So that's his second goal of the game, both in the second half. He has 11 on the season now. And he was the player that was chopped in the head earlier this game, so did not shake him too much.
Stephen Ricci back in the face-off circle.
And they're all set, waiting for the whistle. Oh. Referee making some minor adjustments. And now they're ready. It's Landsberg versus Ricci. Landsberg's going to win this one. Charging down the field. Past the Shumway. Shumway off to Witter. Back to Shumway. Now up top. Here's Killen Fitzpatrick. Charges left. Shoots. And scores! Ithaca has some momentum here. That's their 10th goal of the game. 13-10 is the score. RIT leads the Ithaca Bombers. 7:33 to go in the third quarter.
Thinking back to the last Ithaca RIT meeting, that was an 18-16 win for the Bombers. We might be looking at a similar score. We're nearly halfway through the third quarter. It's 13-10 RIT right now. These two teams score the ball a lot, and they get engaged in shootouts.
Just like this one, it's what we expect today with these two top teams in the nation meeting at Higgins Stadium. Landsberg versus Spillane in the face-off circle. And it's going to be Spillane winning this one. He keeps the ball. He's going down the right wing. Challenged by Landsberg. Spillane resets, tries to go up top, but it's intercepted by Keith Morrissey. Ithaca ball. Landsberg now has the ball. He goes back to Darragon. Darragon clears it downfield, and the ball is dropped, but now picked up. Brandon King.
Nice play by King to secure that one.
Good persistence after dropping the lead pass by Darragon, and now John Januszkiewicz behind the net. Januszkiewicz to Will Witter. Witter now to Morrell. Here's Brennan King. He shoots, misses in the net.
It was Connor Crossan actually juked his defender out of position, and the crowd reacted there. That was a really nice individual play.
Absolutely. Could not finish it, though. Still a good ball. Here's Brandon King. King up top to Connor Crossan. Crossan jukes right. Shoots, misses the net again.
Crossan on 2 straight plays has set up his defender with a bit of a hesitation step, and then read his defender and gone the other way.
Went to the outside angle there, but could not find the net. Jack Shumway has the ball now. He passes it up to Steve Morrell after the ball went out of bounds. Connor
3
Crossan
straight
again.
times.
Another juke.
Crowd oohing and eyeing here.
Here's Brandon King. King resets back to Steve Morrell. Morrell has 2 goals this half. Connor Crossan tries to do it again, but could not do it that time. Now back to Morrell. Crossan now up top. He hands it off to Morrell. Down low to John Januszkiewicz. He's on the right wing. Charges towards the middle. Over to Connor Crossan. Crossan resets to Steve Morrell. Morrell spins. Challenged hard by Eli Salama. And now John Januszkiewicz has the ball. He's going right. Spins. Gets the inside angle and misses the net. But there is Brandon King to pick up the ball.
That may have gotten a piece of time because that shot went well wide of the net.
Mm-hmm. Januszkiewicz has been hot lately, as we mentioned. 4 hat tricks in his last 5 games. Now here's Brandon King to Morrell to Januszkiewicz. Januszkiewicz trying to get past Salama.
Salama aggressive with that long stick.
Januszkiewicz not being shaken off here by Salama. He's going to dish it off to Della Puca. Josh Della Puca trying to go left. Chopped down by Alex Maruna. Goes up to Steve Morrell. Morrell over to Will Witter. Great defense by RIT this possession.
Witter keeping the ball alive.
Witter behind the net. Goes all the way around. Defenseman does pick him up. Witter fires. Saved by Nick Nesbitt. Ball still loose and picked up by Ithaca.
Players going down left and right down near the goal.
Shumway to Morrell. Morrell towards the middle. He shoots and well over the net. With Steve Morrell getting a little antsy for that 3rd goal.
Morrell unhappy with himself visibly after that one.
Still Ithaca ball. Long possession here for the Bombers. They are down 3 with 4:30 to go in this 3rd quarter. Here's Greg Drillick. Drillick to Morrell.
RIT pointing at each other on the defensive end.
Long possession for these defensemen. Going to be getting tired soon. Morrell to Will Witter. Witter to Shumway. Back to Witter. He fires, and another save by Nesbitt. Loose ball, and it is picked up by RIT. They're going to try to start their possession here. It's Chandler Allen. But he does not connect on a pass, and it's picked up by Winston Wenham. Ithaca retains possession. RIT unable to clear, but a whistle is called, and turnover. Bad offsides, not very timely there by the Ithaca Bombers, as that killed any momentum they had. 13-10 is your score. 3:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ithaca Bombers trail the RIT Tigers. And now to the right, it's Chad Levick. Scored a beautiful goal last time. Drew Desaya, cuts left. Challenged by Greg Drillick. Now goes back right. And resets.
Good play by Drillick to recover there.
Good defense by the midi. There's Ryan Lee passing up top to Braden Wallace. The pass is deflected.
It's like off an RIT player there. A little miscommunication
between Wallace and McDonald. And they connected before earlier this game for a goal, but they could not connect that time. RIT does retain possession, though. Here's Wallace shooting. And a save by Darragon. Has to fight off Ryan Lee for the rebound. But he does. And now it's Ithaca possession. Greg Drillick crossing midfield.
They're going to be able to smother that shot and prevent a second chance opportunity for RIT.
Drillick now in the offensive zone. Waits for his man. That's Killen Fitzpatrick cutting left. He goes behind the net to Will Witter. Witter getting in front. Pass it off to Greg Drillick, and now here's Owen Smith. Owen Smith goes around the net.
2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
He goes back to Will Witter up top. I'm sorry, that's Josh Delapuca. Delapuca jukes, shoots, and it goes wide, and that
Looks
might
like
be RIT ball.
Looks like a Tigers ball.
Yep. Great hustle by Denning Crenshaw to win the battle for the out-of-bounds ball. RIT trigger, they almost do. Ben Hackett.
Now gets
Ben Hackett, rather, crosses midfield. 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Score is 13-10 RIT. Both teams, respectively, have scored 3 goals. Actually, rather, RIT has scored 4. Did a little bad math there. Scored 4 goals this half compared to Ithaca's 3.
Cody Swing reaching in for a poke check.
Swing versus Jay Wagner, who scored the first goal of the second half. The ball goes to Kyle Killen. Go ahead.
Cody Swing really aggressive up top, trying to get that ball back for the Bombers.
Yep. Every turnover is valuable at this point of the game. 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here's Kyle Killen.
RIT in no hurry right now.
Yeah, they're playing way outside of the offensive zone. And aggressive defensive play by Brendan King. Does not work, though, as the RIT Tigers get it inside after a couple passes. And scoring is Jay Wagner, his second of the half. 14-10 RIT is your score. Good effort by Brandon King, but
if you're going to make that effort all the way up top, you can't let the man get past you.
Yeah, and that's what they did. And 2 passes later, Jay Wagner scores, making it 14-10 RIT. 32 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Huge game here on Ithaca South Hill. Bombers are going to need a comeback if they're going to move up in the rankings this week.
Yeah, and we talked about Cody Swing playing aggressive, but he was also able to keep his man in front of him at the same time.
He was. Now it's Landsberg versus Ricci in the center. Here's the faceoff. And Ricci's going to win it again. Actually, grab ball is going to be won by John Januszkiewicz. He's almost all alone in front, but he misses the net. And the call goes to RIT. Interesting call. Looked like Will Witter had the defenseman beat. But the ball does go to RIT.
You know, I think Ricci actually did win that faceoff, but it got back to an Ithaca player before RIT could get to it.
Ground ball pickup then.
Correct.
Here's Chad Levick. Passing it off. Aiden Milburn with 2 seconds left. And looks like RIT cannot get a shot off. We're going to go into the fourth quarter with the score RIT 14, Ithaca Bombers 10. And RIT came out hot again in this second half. And they've outscored the Bombers 5-3 so far after that third quarter. So Ithaca's going to need a comeback if they're going to get a huge win today at their home stadium.
You know, this would be Ithaca's first loss at Higgins Stadium since February of 2015. And for this whole game, it seems that the RIT Tigers have just been able to, you know, they've been stiff-arming the Bombers. They've just been keeping them away just enough. Ithaca got it to within 2 near the end of the first half. It was a 3-goal deficit here in the third quarter. It's a 4-goal deficit as we go into the fourth and final quarter.
And what was the issue in that quarter? Was it offense or defense, in your opinion?
I think it was a little bit of both and possibly a little over-aggression. And you talk about playing with a sense of urgency, but if you're playing too far out of your comfort zone, you make mistakes. And we saw that with Brandon King going for an aggressive poke check, letting his player get past them, and it led directly to a goal.
Yep. And Ithaca did have that one very long possession, but they could not capitalize on a goal. And that had to be a momentum killer in that quarter.
That, and also, Ithaca has been missing shots completely wide of the net.
That's been a problem in this half.
You know, if you're gonna shoot from further out, you gotta get the ball on net at the very least. You see something Nick Nesbitt can't control the shot.
Yep.
It gets tipped. It gets, you have a scrum, and then someone's got a wide open chance at the net mouth. You just got to get the ball on net.
Mm-hmm. One guy who didn't miss for Ithaca was Steve Morrell, putting in 2 in that half. But he was one of those guys that missed a shot for Ithaca.
Yeah, possibly just feeling a little rush. 15 minutes left to play. 4 goals is not a lot for Ithaca to overcome. We know that their offense is perfectly capable of that. But the way RIT is playing, can the Bombers stop RIT from scoring more?
That is the key here, as both teams have taken the field. Ithaca now going right to left, RIT going left to right.
Also, something interesting I picked up on, looking at the rosters, Ithaca doesn't actually have a face-off man listed. RIT has 3 different face-off players listed. But regardless of the positional designation, Ithaca is a quality face-off taking team.
Yeah. Osachi has underperformed today, though, so they have put in Landsberg to take on Steve Ricci. And it's still been all Ricci today. He's been excellent in the face-off.
Yeah, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah. So to kick off this fourth quarter, the score is RIT 14, Ithaca 10. 15 minutes ago here at Higgins Stadium. You're listening to Ithaca Men's Lacrosse here on WICB and the Bomber Radio Network. I'm Dan Doherty alongside Ben Carlton. And here we go. Face-off is won by Ithaca, but then knocked out of the stick.
Ball in between the legs there of a couple different players.
And it's kicked around. Cody Swing was the one who picked up the face-off, but now it's RIT's ball, but now that ball gets loose.
3 different Bombers surrounding Brendan McDonald on that play.
Yeah. And after a hard-fought battle, looks like it's going to be Ithaca ball, rather.
Yeah, that was a really interesting sequence there.
Yeah.
No one was able to secure possession of that ball off the face-off.
So now here's John Januszkiewicz passing to Steve Morrell. Ithaca's in the offensive zone now. Jack Shumway going inside, shoots and scores! Early on in the fourth quarter, Jack Shumway scores. The score is now 14-11 RIT. Shumway has scored 4 goals today. Great stuff from him.
Shumway lost his stick there, but that was the play where Shumway said, you know what, give me the ball, I'm going to take it to the net, and I'm going to do it.
Yep. Now it's a 3-goal deficit for the Bombers. Jack Shumway has been excellent today.
He's been excellent the entire season. I can't say I'm surprised that he's got 4 goals. We definitely have to see Jake Cotton get involved. No points in the first half. He's been a little absent from this game, and that could be a reason the Bombers are still trailing.
Yeah, very interesting to not see Jake Cotton on the scoreboard. Coming to this game, Cotton had 16 goals, 32 assists. Those assists lead the team. And the face-off, again, is won by the Bombers. Oh, picked up by Landsberg. He goes down the field. It's a 4-on-3 opportunity. Landsberg fires, save by Nesbitt. Huge save by Nick Nesbitt. He clears it down the field. RIT now offensive zone. Here's Stephen Ricci, and he scores a goal. So Stephen Ricci has been mainly doing great things from the face-off X. That time he scores a goal.
Yeah, Daragon got some of that ball, but not all of it. I don't even know if it hit the very back of the net, but it trickled over the goal line regardless. Mm-hmm. And that's 15-11 for the RIT Tigers now.
So Stephen Ricci does not get many scoring opportunities. That's his 2nd goal of the year. No assists tallied. As I said, mainly face-offs is his greatest contribution to this RIT Tiger team.
Well, he's listed as a face-off specialist, too. But it's an extra benefit for RIT to have your face-off guy getting goals as well.
Yeah. So now it's Jimmy Spillane taking the face-off for RIT. And Osachi was in the X for Ithaca. Ball's fought for and picked up by Eli Salama. Salama passes off to Ben Tackett. Tackett crosses to Chad Levick. Saved by Jack Shumway on the shot from Levick. Oh, not Shumway, rather.
Jack Daragon. He swallowed that one up for sure.
Now it's Ithaca in the offensive zone. Here's Shumway. Not playing goaltender. Josh Delapuca charges left, fires and scores below the legs of Nick Nesbitt.
Josh Delapuca going 5-hole on that one. Ithaca back to a 3-goal deficit, but again, it seems like every time Ithaca gets it to within 2-3 goals, RG comes back and responds.
They were within 1 goal at one point near the end of the first half, but then RIT did extend the lead to 2 going in to halftime. So now it's a 3-goal deficit, as you mentioned. RIT leads the Bombers 15-12. 13 and a half minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been an exciting one so far.
Oh, this has been a lot of fun to watch this game and call this game.
Yeah. This fourth quarter especially has been great. 3 goals already on the board.
Not to mention, looking out from the VIP box, we've got A, a great view of Lacrosse, and B, a great view of Ithaca.
Oh, absolutely. It's now the face-off. Landsberg. Taking on Ricci. Landsberg wins this one. Ground ball picked up by Sean Seberg. And now here is Jack Shumway passing across to John Januszkiewicz, the team captain. Will Witter on the left side. Turns to the right. Resets back to Steve Morrell. Morrell goes right. Off a pick from Killen Fitzpatrick.
Alex Sovacool walling him off.
Now here's Jack Shumway. Faking a pass. Now he passes to Greg Drillick. Drillick to Killen Fitzpatrick. He goes right. Turns. Passes up to John Januszkiewicz. He goes to Greg Drillick. Drillick to Morrell. Morrell up top. Cuts right. Fires. Save by Nesbitt.
I like Ithaca's aggressiveness, but they're shooting when there's no traffic out in front of Nesbitt. And so Nesbitt is seeing the shot all the way in.
Not a very high percentage opportunity there for Steve Morrell. Could not get in close. The ball goes back to Nesbitt as RIT tries to clear. And they do. Across midfield they go. Here's Alex Sovacool. Sovacool tripped up by Cody Swing, and a flag is thrown.
On the play.
Going to be a big man-up opportunity for RIT coming up.
Some moans and groans from the crowd here at Higgins Stadium.
Sovacool was tripped up by Cody Swing there.
And yeah, no doubt about it. He hit the turf.
Yeah. Here's Aiden Milburn. Milburn to Cam Isaac. Isaac to Ryan Lee, who missed the net low. Low and right. And now that sets up the man-up opportunity for the RIT Tigers.
Believe a 30-second.
Not on the scoreboard yet.
Both teams getting sorted out with the stoppage in play.
Chad Levitt going to start things off for the RIT Tigers. On the man-up opportunity.
It is a 30-second.
Cody Swing in the box for the Ithaca Bombers. Midfielder. Inside it goes. Aiden Milburn. Now up top. It's Kyle Killen. Killen to Jay Vackner. Now to Chad Levick, who tries to pass all the way across, but the ball is knocked away by Winston Wenham.
No better way to kill off a penalty than in the offensive zone.
And that penalty is killed off, and Ithaca will call a timeout after killing a penalty. They're down by 3. They do have some momentum here.
Yeah, that was a very strong sequence in the defensive end to kill off that man advantage. There was one pass that got right to the front of the crease, but it was turned away. Not turned away. There wasn't even a shot on goal during that man-up sequence. So Ithaca is playing a little bit more soundly on defense.
Yeah, it was Chad Levick trying to pass across, but Winston Wenham doing a great job of getting in front and cutting off the pass that went across the crease. So right now the score is 15-12. RIT leads the Ithaca Bombers. RIT ranked 4th in the nation. Ithaca ranked 10th. 11 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in this game on Ithaca South Hill. You are listening to Ithaca Men's Lacrosse here on WICB and the Bomber Radio Network. I'm Dan Doherty alongside Ben Carlton. And now Ithaca's going to take the field here. So far in this fourth quarter, 3 goals have been scored. 2 by Ithaca, 1 by RIT.
See, again, it's that same trend we saw from the first half, where Ithaca is kind of regaining some of the momentum, but they've been digging themselves out of that 5-0 hole the entire game.
Yeah.
You know, it really hurts to go down that big that early.
Yeah, really not the way to start this game. So this is close. Ithaca has done a great job of keeping it close, but man, that 5-0 lead, it really hurts this late in the game.
You never want, in any sport, you never want to go down big early in the game because you're just going to be crawling out of that hole the entire game.
Yeah, and it kills your attitude early, but Dargon has stayed strong. He's made plenty of saves today for the Bombers. Ithaca starts their offensive possession. Now, across to Greg Drillick, who scores top shelf. 15-13 is your score. Ithaca cutting into that lead. Is now only 2 goals separating them and the RIT Tigers.
And that goal got a big draw out of the crowd. That's part of the reason Ithaca hasn't lost at home in 2 years, is that people, obviously today's a beautiful day, but people come out to IC lacrosse games.
Yeah, especially a big one like this one, too. Top 10 teams.
Top 10 teams soon to be conference opponents, too.
Mm-hmm. Ithaca's set to join the Liberty League next year. It's their last year in the Empire 8. Both teams champions of their respective conferences last year. Ithaca winning the E8, RIT winning the Liberty League. And RIT made a second-round exit in the NCAA tournament, while Ithaca made it to the third round, to the Elite 8.
If you will.
Yes. Face-off is won, again by Stephen Ricci. And he loses the ball. It's picked up. Now Jack Shumway picking up the ground ball. The ball is still loose, actually.
No possession
And
there.
now it's Stephen Ricci. Big ground ball pickup by Ricci.
The ball was on the ground. Jack Shumway looked to chip it back towards one of his own players, but he couldn't get it done.
And the pass goes over the head of Braden Wallace, and it goes out of bounds. That will be Ithaca ball in the offensive zone of RIT.
You gotta love the effort there, though. Braden Wallace laying out to try to keep that ball in bounds for the Tigers.
Tough one. Every turnover counts this late in the game, this close. 15-13 is the score. RIT leading the Ithaca Bombers. Jack Darragon now with the ball. Passing off to Keith Morrissey. Morrissey back to Darragon. And back to Morrissey. Morrissey gets it to Greg Drillick, who scored the last goal for Ithaca. He passes midfield. Cuts right. Trying to go down the right wing. Gets past the defender. Pass in front. Now over to Josh Delapuca on the left side. He tries to go in a couple times, but gets turned away and goes behind the net to Jack Shumway. Shumway to Drillick. Now up top to Janiskevich. To Drillick, a little bit of a high pass, but Drillick was able to handle it. Down low to Jack Shumway again. He goes towards the point. And now it goes to Connor Crossan.
9.5 minutes to play.
Big game here. 2-goal lead for the RIT Tigers. Big possession for the Ithaca Bombers. Delapuca to Crossan.
Absorbs the check there.
And he resets possession. Crossan looking for options. He's come to a standstill.
Directing traffic a little bit, he looks like. Gesturing.
And he's going to go off the field. Janiskevich to Will Witter. Witter spins, goes to a knee, but
Stephen Morrell coming in.
he has 2 goals in this half. Delapuca cuts left. Great defense by RT so far in this possession. Here's Morrell. He goes right, gets turned away. Tries to go inside to Greg Drillick. Jack Shumway gets the loose pass, and he gets checked to the floor. It's going to be Ithaca ball.
Yeah, RT was able to keep Ithaca from shooting, but they weren't able to get the ball off them at the same time.
Yeah. Big pass down low to Greg Drillick. Missed him. Jack Shumway picked it up and then got pushed to the floor. So Ithaca's able to retain possession here.
Yeah, Jack Shumway right there to pounce on the ball and create an extra possession for Ithaca.
Your top goal scorer down low with a big opportunity there, but could not get a shot off. Here's Greg Drillick running right. He tries to pass across, but it was knocked away by Eli Salama, but the ground ball is picked up by Steve Morrell. To Delapuca. He's on the left. Charges in. Tries to go upper shelf, but it's saved by Nick Nesbitt. Big save there.
Yeah, he had to short arm that shot, so he wasn't able to get a ton on it. Nick Nesbitt got all of that one.
Yeah, Nesbitt did not leave a lot of room for Delapuca. And the clear attempt is good. Eli Salama across midfield. The pass now to Jay Valker. Valkner with possession. He goes all the way across to Aiden Milburn. Milburn on the left wing. 7:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ithaca trails by 2. The score is 15-13 RIT.
It seems like the longest goalless stretch we've had for most of this game.
Yeah. 28 goals total in this game. Here's Braden Wallace turning away, resetting possession. Goes over to Chad Levick. Ithaca might start getting more aggressive defensively.
Well, and they've got to. RIT's in no hurry with a 2-goal lead.
And Chad Levick goes behind the net. Turns in. Tries to get inside the crease. And misses the net. Bounces across.
Looks like it will be Ithaca ball.
Oh. They're going to say Ryan Lee won the race between him and Winston Wenham. Close one there.
Yeah, that's tough. That's on the far side of the field. That was not easy to pick up, but officials give it to RIT.
Here's Braden Wallace up top. Aiden Milburn hits the post, and it rolls almost to midfield. It's going to be picked up by Januszkiewicz, but a whistle is blown. And it will be Ithaca ball still.
I believe an RIT player was in the crease there, which is not allowed.
It's going to be Morrell starting things off for the Bombers. And some more confusion here. A lot of whistles, and they're going to back him up. Morrell to Wenham. Lob pass. Over to Quinn Schurer. Jack Shumway. Now to Januszkiewicz. John Januszkiewicz. Goes behind the net. 6:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Big possession for the Bombers. Steve Morrell. He gets it to Jack Shumway. To Will Witter. Now the ball finds Jack Shumway. That's Kevin Enos. He fires and missed the net.
Just barely missed that one.
Oh, that was Brennan King taking the shot.
Ithaca ball, though.
Ithaca does retain possession. Here's Kalen Fitzpatrick up top. He passed to Morrell to the left.
Screenplay did not work there.
Will Witter gets checked, retains possession, loses the ball, and he does not know where it is. It's going to be picked up by the RIT Tigers. Julian Guay with the ball. Pass it up to J.D. Hall. Hall tries to get it inside, and he's able to pick up a ground ball after the pass does not get to his target.
That was nearly a very high-quality scoring chance for RIT, but they couldn't keep the ball on their sticks there.
5:20 to go after Ithaca's blown possession. RIT with the ball. It goes to Cam Isaac. Cam Isaac charging inside. Left. Turns. Fires. Saved by Darragon. He doesn't know where the ball is, though. And they said RIT was in the crease, so it's going to be Ithaca ball. Darragon tries to pass. He gets deflected right in front and scores. Bad play by Darragon.
Really just uncharacteristic right there.
Oh, but did they waved the goal off. They waved it off. They said Ryan Lee was in the crease. Huge.
And now we've got a flag on the play. This game is
boy,
falling into chaos.
Here we go. Ithaca, huge possession here. Josh Delapuka doesn't know where it is, and it goes out of bounds.
This is going to be a fun final 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. RIT almost had a 3-goal lead, but the goal was waved off.
So to recap, Jack Darragon couldn't locate the ball,
Yep.
allowed a goal. Goal was disallowed for a player being in the crease, and then an official on the far side of the field threw a flag.
No, even before that one, Darragon let up a goal, but it was waved off.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. So 2 goals waved off in the past 30 seconds would have been huge for RIT.
I thought I saw a penalty up on the board.
It's
There
going
it
to be 30
is.
seconds. They changed it from 1 minute to 30 seconds. Ryan Lee is in the box when the leading scorer is for RIT. So big man-up opportunity. Steve Morrell now with the ball. Goes behind the net to Kalen Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick in front to Jake Cotton. Now to Fitzpatrick. He misses wide. And it's going to be Ithaca ball. Steve Morrell gets there.
18 seconds on the man up here.
Huge opportunity. Morrell to Connor Crossan. Crossan to Cotton. To Witter. To Shumway. Back to Witter behind the net. Out in front to Cotton. 4-3-2-1 on the man-up opportunity. Pass tries to go to Shumway, but it gets deflected. Shumway does chase down the ground ball.
Ryan Lee back out of the box.
Will Witter goes in front. Gets to Morrell. Now over to the right.
Ithaca being held to the outside here, not getting much penetration.
Here's Caitlin Fitzpatrick to Steve Morrell. Morrell to Connor Crossan. Crossan tries to pass in front, misses his target, but Shumway's there to pick it up. Shumway passes out to Connor Crossan. Crossan to Jay Cotton. Cotton off the scoreboard today. Shumway whips run. Oh, rather, that's Steve Morrell who gets his hat trick. 14-15 is your score. 3:30 to go. Steve Morrell with the hat trick.
It is not lost on these players how important this game is. Stephen Morrell, after that one, fist pumping, gesturing to the crowd, nodding his head, and the crowd reacting.
Big goal there by Steve Morrell. Gets a hat trick. All of them coming in the second half here. And that was a one-goal game. 3:34 to go. Ithaca ranked 10th. RIT ranked 4th.
And this is really a make-or-break game for both these teams in terms of their rankings on the season.
Absolutely.
Identical records, but RIT, as we discussed, been tremendous against ranked opponents.
6-1 on the year. So now the face-off. It's been dominated today by the RIT Tigers. Stephen Ricci versus Steven Landsberg. Landsberg pushes it to the Ithaca side. And it's in the offensive zone for Ithaca. And, whoa, big
Players
check.
going down.
Ground ball picked up by Shumway. He's in front, and he gets the ball knocked out of his stick. Wild play there, but it's now picked up by RIT.
Players tripping all over themselves.
And Maruna gets it up to Eli Salama. That would have been huge. Shumway almost had a big opportunity to score. Chad Levick to Eli Salama, and he scores.
That was
Salama
just
pushes the lead to 2 for RIT.
absolute rocket from Salama. And I've been thinking, we've said Eli Salama's name a lot in this one. He's been tremendous for the Tigers.
Long stick midi, doing some great things on the offensive zone and the defensive zone.
We talked about two-way players earlier. Eli Salama has been doing that to a T for RIT.
Yeah. And now Osachi back in the faceoff X for Ithaca against Stephen Ricci.
And again, Ithaca scores one-goal game. RIT gets a goal back 15 seconds later.
Yeah. As soon as we thought Ithaca had momentum, RIT rips it away. And
Violation, that will...
Yep.
Yeah, that's RIT ball.
So ball's picked up by RIT. Here's Zach Ursu. Rather, that's Alex Sovakol. Sovakol going behind the net. Around, check down. Big push, and that's going to be a penalty on Ithaca.
Osachi knew it, too. He put a hand out to the player knocked down, as almost to say, I'm sorry. He knew he committed the penalty there.
So that's your face-off man, Grant Osachi, getting to the box. 2:43 to go. Big man-up opportunity for RIT, trying to put this game out of reach. So a 30-second penalty on Grant Osachi.
You know, Osachi gave up the edge there, so he was playing a step behind his man for that entire sequence. Mm-hmm. And when you're playing behind, you end up pushing a player.
So now starting things off for the RIT Tigers on this penalty. It's Kyle Killen. Killen to Jay Valkner. Valkner fires. It's a pass, actually, to Chad Levick.
I thought that was a shot, too.
Yeah, hard pass. Back to Valkner. Valkner to Killen. 6 seconds to go on the man-up opportunity. And the shot was blocked in front, and the ground ball is loose. Picked up by RIT.
Man-up advantage over now.
Backhanded pass, pretty lazy pass. And that's going to be picked up by Ithaca. Strange decision there. Keith Morris, he tries to pass up to Will Witter. The ball was deflected, and the ground ball is eventually picked up by Jack Shumway in front of Janiskevich. Janiskevich now resets.
Wise decision there. He had two RIG defenders breathing down his neck.
Steve Morrell, we're approaching 90 seconds left. Now here's Delapuka, fires and way up. Way over the net by Delapuka.
Delapuka put her shoulder into the defender there and then tried a bit of an underhand shot, but just put it way over the top.
And now RIT, sensing momentum turning towards Ithaca, calls a timeout. So they have a 2-goal lead here. 1:43 to go in the fourth quarter. And RIT did not like what they were seeing in the defensive zone there.
You know, I think for Ithaca, RIT can't score another goal for this game if Ithaca's going to win. Mm-hmm. Ithaca, 14 goals. Clearly they know how to score the ball.
Yeah.
But it's becoming a timing issue now. If you allow RIT to get the ball, they're just going to be patient. They're going to pass the ball around the outside. They have no need to force the issue at this point.
Absolutely. And Ithaca doing their best to try to cut down on this deficit. And as we've mentioned, every time it seems like Ithaca gets within one, RIT's there to kill the momentum of Ithaca, and they haven't scored in quite a while.
No, and again, Ithaca, for whatever reason, hasn't been able to find their footing to start either half. I believe 3 unanswered goals at the beginning of the second half.
They've been trailing this entire game.
Literally, they've been trailing
the
first 30 seconds of the contest.
Mm-hmm. So now Ithaca's going to take the field. They have possession. It was RIT calling a timeout after the ball went out of bounds.
I figure to see some aggression from the Bombers here. They need a goal.
2 goals in 1 minute and 43 seconds. We have seen that plenty of times in this game.
Definitely not impossible. I mean, we've seen...
What was it, 5 goals in 3 minutes for
5
RIT?
goals, I think, in just under 5 minutes at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So we know both these teams can score in a hurry.
Here's Januszkiewicz starting things off for the Bombers. Behind the net. He goes in front. Pass it around. And now, Delapuka to Steve Morrell. Morrell goes right. Resets to Witter. Witter trips up, retains possession, charges in, tries to pass it off to Delapuka. He misses, but the ball is picked up by Morrell. Back to Delapuka. Fires, and above the net again. Delapuka cannot find a shot.
No, I mean, this is the aggression you don't need where Ithaca's forcing the ball.
Mm-hmm. 2 shots way above the net for Josh Delapuka. He does have a goal in this game. Here's Greg Drillick. Now to Jack Shumway. Shumway gets the ball knocked out of his stick. Can he pick up the ground ball? Oh, it's still loose, and it is picked up by RIT. And they will retain possession.
60 seconds to go.
Big 60 seconds here for the Bombers, and very big turnover there. Long pass downfield by Alex Maruna, and it does find the target. It's Ryan Lee, who scored one of the first goals of the game for RIT.
That's a risky pass going nearly half the field.
More than half the field. That was like the entire length of the field. Here's Cam Isaac for RIT. 33 seconds to kill off. And the pass goes wide of its target and out of bounds. Ithaca ball. They're going to rush.
Ithaca needs something real quick here.
Here's Morrissey. Gets past midfield. Delapuka. He gets his pass completed to Greg Drillick. Now back to Jack Shumway, who rips it way up high, just like Delapuka. 24 seconds to go, and Shumway missed the net.
We talked about it, but Ithaca can't hit the net right now.
Yeah, they're going way up top.
Can't complete a pass either.
Putting too much mustard on it. Yeah, as you mentioned, the pass goes wide of its target. It's going to be RIT ball. 16 seconds remaining, and it looks like it's all but over. Great game today. Right now the score is 16-14.
Under
RIT.
10 seconds here. RIT in the offensive zone.
And RIT is going to kill it off to become the first team in quite a while.
Over 2 years.
To beat Ithaca at Higgins Stadium.
Another shootout in this Ithaca RIT series. 16-14 is the final here.
Yep, that is the final buzzer. Some great game today. Great game of lacrosse. Some great goals. Best one I had to go with Chad Levick.
Oh my God! Behind the back.
Yeah.
Someone send that to Sports Center.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, as we mentioned, final score 16-14. Ithaca falls to 10-3. They will move on to face 5-6 Alfred next at home. So a good opportunity to recover for the Bombers. And RIT might move up in the rankings again after this one.
And yeah, 10-2, they're ranked number 4. I don't know if any of the top 3 teams have lost yet this week. Obviously, without a loss, without a loss above them, I don't see RIT moving up any higher than 4.
Has to be the highest quality win, though, beating the number 10 team in the nation. Jack Shumway ends the day with 4 goals for Ithaca. Steve Morrell also had a hat trick. On RIT side, he had 2 players with hat tricks, Aiden Milburn and Brandon McDonald. And Jack Darragon was really pressured in net today. 18 saves, 16 goals allowed. Nick Nesbitt on the other side, 15 saves, 14 goals allowed. And I think that'll do it for us here at Higgins Stadium. But before we go, a couple thank yous to get out here. Our Director of TV and Radio Operations here at Ithaca College, Chris Wheatley. Station Manager at WICB, Alex Bredikin. Our station or sports Director at WICB, Adam Probst. And his assistant, Emma Baltrandy, who also engineered this game, so thank you, Emma. Our halftime crew of Danny Shear and Andrew Carey. And the man to my left, Ben Carlton. I'm Dan Doherty, and thank you for listening to Ithaca Men's Lacrosse here on WICB and the Bomber Radio Network.